Yo. I shouldn't make those noises anymore. Here to do another roundup of Let's Talk to People here at camp. We've got a lot of people here. We got one extra person, Shale. Diamond Girl over there. Our own little gem from Steven Universe. Let's see what she has to say. Because we got the conversation with her already about her crystals and how they fit into her body. Oh, well, let's just start with that right there. What's with the heavy sighs?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that
she calls us it.
Companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon.
That sucks.
Moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
I'm glad to know you care, at least.
It's true. One single tear, and then it's off to the north, I think. Or maybe west.
Wait, north?
Decided. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
That wasn't much of a conversation. Let's try one more, Shale. So Shale is immortal. By virtue of being a golem, or golem, depending on your pronunciation. Yeah, she'll live probably forever. And she does say she. I don't know if she does, actually, at this point. I don't think she's actually identified at this point, but Shale is a she. Still with heavy sighs, I see. I expected golems to be different.
Different? Different than what? Different than a statue? Different than a log? Should I talk in a monotone? Yes, Master, I exist to serve the Master. I shall kill for the Master and only for the...
No, that's HK-47's job.
Perhaps it expected me to have a booming voice. Recite limericks. I can recite limericks, if it likes.
Are they dirty limericks?
Mostly they involve slaughtering people.
I'm not surprised.
In invasive manners. I have never met another golem. I have no idea what one might be like, or why I wouldn't be like them.
I guess that's true.
Has it met other golems? Did they not sound as I do?
No, I don't have any. Just, being different isn't so bad.
Did I say it was bad? It thinks I hang on its every word.
I'm different.
For approval.
Not as different as you.
I don't know what other golems might be like, but I am already superior by virtue of my
That's true.
will.
You're much more fun than other golems. Not that I, met any other ones. But yeah, being golem sounds cool. Except for the emotionless immortality part. That part kind of stuff. But you sound cool.
Imagine the benefits. No need to eat or sleep or perform other functions. Walk underwater. Crush the heads of every opponent. The possibilities are limitless. Barring the occasional 30 years or so of paralysis, there's little to compare. Now stop talking so much. The wagging of its moist little tongue is distracting.
I do enjoy when Shale, points something out of my body. Stop moving your weird tongue, you freak. I'm like, okay, sorry. There's a dialogue she has with Alistair in the party banter. I don't know if we'll get it. Probably at some point, but in case we don't, she basically says, "What are you doing at night?" And he's like, "What? It? Oh, you talking to me?" And he's like, "Yeah, everyone's at nighttime." It's like, "Oh, snoring, sorry." It's like, "You look like an idiot when you do that." It's like, "Oh, you watch us all when we sleep?" It's like, "Yeah. I don't really have anything else to do since I don't sleep myself." It's really funny.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh God, this is gross. He means well. That's gross. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
No. That dog is way too smart.
He is certainly manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Kindred spirits, the two of them. Alright, Alistar.
What do you need?
What's up, dude?
Away.
I guess we're about to go to the Circle of Magi, so what does the Templar do?
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you.
No, I know.
They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
Cool. So, are you guys magical?
You could call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
I guess that's true. Have you ever have to gone after many mages?
No, I never actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows.
Alistair would have been a weird Templar.
One harrowing.
Probably a lot like Cullen,
That was
honestly.
all I needed, too. I don't know how anyone could get through that. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could.
That's basically what happened.
And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly.
So I thought just put us in a room with the demon,
Becoming a Templar.
but that makes it seem like they actually put a demon inside us. Jesus. Well, I'm glad you didn't. So, the Templars, could they run the Chantry? Because back in Lord of the Ring, it seemed like Sir Bryant was kind of more in charge than the mother next to him, the Elder Mother.
You'd think that, but it's not so. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magic.
So we talked about this a little bit before,
which
with Alistair's
we become
abilities.
addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves,
Yes.
well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
I can't believe they would actually just make them addicted.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium
Yes, so yeah, never mind.
Templar's talents more.
Alistair himself says you don't need it. It just makes it better.
Maybe it doesn't even do that.
Or maybe he doesn't even do that.
It usually doesn't
He
let
postulates.
Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
So after this, we can ask him about being a Templar, or giving us the ability to train warriors. So if we're a warrior ourselves, we can learn the Templar ability from Alistair, or at least have it be an option. Or if we wanted Sten to specialize, for example, because Sten doesn't come with a specialization, we could have him be a Templar as well. Whatever he feels most useful, honestly. So let's since we're on the subject of Sten, let's talk to Sten. All right, rotate those saves. Got a rope.
Yes,
I had a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind.
Very well.
I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
He didn't mention anything.
Suggest we move on.
All right, let's go. So that the discuss something you mentioned thing, that's the environment banter he gets, and I have now looked up all of them. One of them is in Redcliffe, another is in the Circle of Magi area, another is in Denerim, and another is with a party member we don't have yet. So I know where all of them are. There are only 4. We'll come around to it. There is also, I should say now as well, there's one dialogue we won't probably get, and it's if you play as a girl. In Canary Society, because we talked about this before, where you have specific roles predefined towards a little after you're born, once they see what you're good at. When you're a man or a woman, your gender also goes into deciding your role. So in their society, women are more generally leaders, more tactical positions aside from military, not really focused too much on strength, more in terms of caregiving. They're typically teachers, priests, spies, assassins, leaders in terms of political leaders, not necessarily militaristic leaders. They hold a lot of power. But more importantly than that, when you're a fighter, a soldier, and he's like, wait, are you a fighter or a woman? And he's like, and you go, I'm both. He's like, no, you have to be one. My society taught me you have to be one. And he's confused. Because I told you, Sten is just a soldier. He doesn't know any better. He doesn't actually know how it breaks down. The only way I can interpret it in Sten's mind is that, when you're born a girl, you can decide to be a fighter, but your role as a woman, as a quote-unquote breeding role, is thrown away. You don't do that. That's not your primary role, right? You could switch roles later, but primarily you have to be known for the sake of discipline as a warrior. So we don't even bother calling you a woman. And that's their society. That's how they work typically. But also, again, this is Sten's limited perspective. In the rest of the series, we learn more about the lore. The higher parts of the Qunari culture, the more knowledgeable parts, the teaching parts. They're more open-minded about the distinction between men and women. It's not so much as black and white as Sten says it, but on a basic levels, it is sort of. So people have debated whether or not this is a retcon, whether you can be both a woman and a fighter, because there are women fighting in later games who identify as women. So it's one of those things that people, I think, mainly perceive as a retcon, but I think there's just enough wiggle room for people to see it as, oh, it's Sten's limited viewpoint of the issue. He's not wrong, he's just telling it from the way he sees it. So we didn't really get anything from Sten there. So just throw that out there because we're not going to get it because we're not a woman. We're not a woman character. Morgan.
Yes?
Oh, I guess this one popped up because of our affection with her. I think we exhausted all the other ones, so let's do it. It's a life in the wilds. Life in the wilds. Was that pretty lonely? It's just you and your mom.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That sounds pretty magical, for lack of a better word.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
What happened afterwards?
Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Dang. You're just a kid, though.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
So it sounds like they made you kind of who you are, stronger.
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
We got our first passive increase for our companions. So alongside the regular skills, each companion, except for Dog, obviously, when they gain their likability up, they get bonus to some of their stats. So for Morgan, she gets more magic buffs once she likes us more. Friendship or romance otherwise. So funny enough, one of the gifts we're going to get from Morgan that triggers a dialogue is going to be a mirror that is similar to the mirror she just mentioned. There are actually 2 of those mirrors in the game world that you can find and procure to give to her. They both trigger the dialogue. And they both, through branching dialogue, can trigger her romance fulfillment. So what you can actually do, let's say you're romancing Leniana and Morgan, or Morgan and the other bi character who's a guy, or whatever your slice is, right? As long as you're a guy who can romance Morgan, you can trigger Morgan and the other characters' jealousy lines about being with each other, and as long as you exhaust them up until the point you have to choose one, then you can lock out Morgan, stay with the other person, give the second mirror to at that point, or the first one if you haven't given the mirror at all. And what it'll do is it'll re-trigger the romance arc without any jealousy dialogue, because the jealousy dialogue is only allowed to come up once about one particular person. So let's say I was romancing Leniana, her Leniana jealousy only happens one time and forces me to choose, or my other bi character, same thing, only happens once in the game. So it's a weird bug in which you could potentially romance 2 characters. Just a small thing. I felt like bringing it up. So let's see if Leniana has anything else. I don't think she has anything else. I don't think we have anything else much for her to go into.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to
Yes?
you.
What?
Also, this is when she mentioned she became a bard. So we'll talk to her about this, and then after that, we'll just go straight to the Circle of Magi. Sorry, I'm cleaning my glasses. Okay, let's see. Oh, so hey, you're not from Ferelden. What made you want to come over?
My mother was from Denerim, and I can...
Oh, so you're actually half Ferelden.
Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was
that's a while
defeated,
ago.
and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais, and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later.
I don't think Leniana ever mentions who her father is.
Of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
That's just too bad she's gone. That's awful. Hey, you were young. That's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Okay. Not a very big spike. We probably didn't choose the best, most optimal dialogue options, but that's okay. Alright. So, that's another important thing. Remember the name Andraste's Grace if you want to get Leniana's approval up. So, but for now, Leniana's approval staying where it is actually kind of preferred. So we're going to keep it where it is for the sake of our, the story we want to shape towards the DLC. So I'm going to save now. And we're going to go out into the unknown. Into the unknown. Pop, pop.
Yes.
Pop. Oh, actually, no, hold on. Up, up.
Damnation.
Pop, pop, pop. We want Sten to be our first character. In fact, I'm probably going to take control of him so he triggers the dialogue line. It's either going to happen in the next area or the next area. So we shall see. So accept. Oh, I have to go. I forgot I have to actually go to the place. Oh, we're going to go the long way around. We'll probably hit an ambush. Yep. It's pretty far from where we are, so I understand. Alright, what kind of ambush is this? Oh, it's just the wolves one. That's not so bad.
Trap right ahead.
I see it. Everyone hold still.
Right.
So, we're gonna let them come to us. Ooh, this is hurting a lot.
As you wish.
Do I have any other spells I can... I have a few.
Another acolyte.
Okay. We did it. That worked out. Actually, I'm gonna heal myself. There we go. Alright. Okay.
What now?
You don't have to finish the animation like in KOTOR 1. So this is all free XP.
Trap right ahead.
You don't want to actually trigger this because it's a pain. Are there any more traps here? I'm having everyone still hold. I know there's a few more traps up the way. Signs. Warning. Wolves frequent this area. Traps laid for wolves. Thank you. Alright, we got them all. Alright, so let's continue to where we're going. Let's see here. I've been getting a lot of, like, conflicting reports about when Sten's dialogue's supposed to trigger, but I think I recall when it is. So let's find out. Alright. So, we're gonna force everyone to stop here. Just in case they follow me and trigger the dialogue. We're gonna have Sten trigger it. It might be here, it might not be.
Do you see the tower? The view from the top must be spectacular.
Are you serious right now? Ugh. Wait. Did I not just autosave? Did it not autosave me? I'm pretty sure it triggers here. I'm told it happens in 2 places. Ugh. Alright, okay. Alright, I still have my save. I'm not gonna save again.
Yes?
Hold on. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so let's explore this area a little bit. We're not gonna talk to him yet. That's a side quest. That's trash. Hey, Kester.
Well, look at this. I remember taking you across when you left with that fella Duncan. And now you're a Grey Warden. My pap used to tell me stories about them.
Okay, Kester, why don't you on the boat?
Templars took the boat.
Why would they take your boat, Kester?
I don't got a clue. They wouldn't tell me. Gregor just came down and said, "Don't you worry, Kester, we got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carol in charge of my boat.
So obviously, if you're not a mage, he doesn't know you.
Mum, she was.
Is something wrong with the tower?
I told you, they didn't tell me nothing. And if I know they're mages, I'm better off keeping out of their business. If I had to guess, I'd guess it had to do with magic. But the tower's always got something to do with magic.
Is there any way across?
You could try swimming, but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there. Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows over. But I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
Alright, well thanks, Kester.
You're too kind. Your type don't usually give my type the time of day.
I don't know what he means by my type, but sure. Hello. Stan.
You're the Grey Warden.
I'm talking to the man.
Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
Oh, isn't that against the law?
We harm no one, I assure you. And we enforce the Chantry's laws among ourselves. All we seek is a life outside of the Templar's shadow. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack.
This is another one of those faction quests that can split off into 2 different side quests.
Who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
Alright. I'll take a look.
Thank you, my friend. We have
I'm interested in
agents
helping
every
because I'm a
major
mage.
settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
And also to you. So I think the sack here, yeah, the sack here is the quest. So places of power. We're gonna have to go around to certain places and quell... You, the bearer, shall travel these places and trace them upon my personal glyphs, claiming their eldritch energies for my own. You will come upon the mystic power of ancient places. Reconnections to the mystic places I love. Alright, sure. The activities of the Maleficarum on my doorstep did not go unnoticed, and now I'm in danger of being brought before the Templars myself. Some people claim that I'm a Maleficar, but I'm not, and they alleged false testimony. I asked the mages to stop these false witnesses by any means necessary. They were traveling along the road to Denerim, where their lives will see my fate. Alright, we'll find them. Notice his determination. He must strike forth from beneath the shadows, I'm not sure. For my 3 young and unremarkable apprentices is now. He who accepts his calling. I think he's firing them. Yeah, I think he's firing these people. That brother's killers. Travel to the Basurian forest and slay the someone whose brother died. Herbal magic. Disaster. 10 bundles of deep mushroom. Do I have Do I have those?
The mage.
I think I did. Yeah, I did it. I just gave it to him. He doesn't ask for it. Alright. Okie dokie. So there's not much here either. This is just a chest that I hopefully can have Leniana open. I can. A love letter. You can get a series of love letters. I think you have to drop them off somewhere. Hey, Lorana.
Good day.
Good day. Hello, Mr. Innkeeper.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess.
I'm not going to ask why it's called Spoiled Princess. I'm just going to sell my junk. Wine. Yes, buy it. We could buy more things. Let's just buy all these. And let's buy all of these. for later use. No gifts. No more gifts, I should say. Alright, is there anything else? No one's gonna use this axe. Short bow. I don't think anyone's gonna use it just yet, but let's hold on to it. Scale boots just by themselves. Probably won't get used. We're not at capacity just yet. Yeah, sell that. Shell doesn't use any equipment. Oh, here we go. Sell it that way. This is weapons coded in this. Deals nature damage, additional nature damage, and a penalty. All right, sell that, sell that. Any of this is that's fine. Anything here to sell? That's yep. Great. All right. Cool. All right. We're done here. Oh, this guy is just shady.
Looking at, can a man drink in peace?
Pah, water down ale, damp bed, rickety
All right.
stools. Why do I even bother?
So, oh, you know what though? There might be a second way to trigger the talk he has. Ooh, there might be a second way.
What now?
So we don't have to worry too much about trying to trigger it here. We might be okay. We might be okay. Leather. Crap. All right, this is actually a toughie. This is one of the deserters we have to talk to. And convince him to come back and stop deserting. None of them are convincible, so it's just a fight waiting to happen. All right, ready?
What business would the mighty...
Blackstone regulars.
What was this about?
I hear you stole supplies.
Oh, I see. I refuse to answer... What
Enemy
sense of
ahead.
tinkling?
Watch out.
Yeah, they're not big fans of
Correct
us.
me.
Let's see here. Do you have a bow? He has a bow.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
He has pommel strike, or he has a pommel strike. Pommel strike.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna do something weird and make it so he can't attack us.
On your guard!
I am your death.
He's still frozen. I wonder if we can kill everyone before he gets back out of it.
Right.
Run while you can.
Oh, we got him. Time to wait.
On.
So yeah, if you want to do that, Crushing Prison is a version of that where you can still hit them. And we got him. Studded leather. And the supplies. Awesome. So that worked out really well, actually. Oh, dog has a very specific mechanic as well.
Your wish?
So let's do something funny. Oh, her whistling is supposed to be a sign that she has good approval. So that's interesting. So let me show you how these work. Wrong character. Okay, let's see here.
Vashaden.
So this is how this works. There was also a tree in Lothering I think you do this with. This basically just gives him a boost in the area. So wherever area you're in, if you have dog pee on a landmark spot, he will just say, this is his territory. I own it now. You have to listen to what I say. No. So it's basically just him claiming territory, and it gives him a passive buff for the area. What are you guys doing? All right, geez. All right. We're going to save at the same spot, because that went really well. Sorry, I don't want to rotate saves just yet, in case I need that other save. So, let's go to talk to Carol.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I
am,
have
Carol.
orders not to let anyone pass.
I actually am a Grey Warden. I need to go in to seek the assistance of mages.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden, are you? Prove it.
I have these documents.
Yes? Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
My documents are very real.
Kill some darkspawn. Come on.
I really hate Carol. He's such a dork. Dude, stop being ridiculous.
Aha! Oh, I knew it. I bet you can't even sense them. A real Grey Warden is...
I have the papers, dude.
Spawn.
I can't sense any because they're not here.
Well, that's good, I suppose. Wouldn't want darkspawn smeared across the landscape. I hear their blood is black. Is that true? You'd know if you were a Grey Warden.
I'm so not in the mood to play this game. No, it's just red blood.
I don't know. My instincts tell me darkspawn shouldn't have blood like ours.
You'd be surprised.
Anyway, it was nice chatting.
No, wait, shut up.
Now, on your way, right
I'm here
now.
to
Go.
Listen, I'm getting really tired right now. Your boss won't like that you blocked me out.
Oh, really? You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
Okay, so let's avoid that, maybe.
He's the big guy around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now?
God, that was annoying. Yes, please do.
Come along, I suppose.
Alright, so, consensus on the forum boards is that Sten has to, not himself walk into, but be in a specific area. I think I can still trigger something a specific type of way, so we should be okay. Hey guys, I'm home.
Men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we wait and pray.
Hey Gregor.
Well, look who's back. A proper Grey Warden now, are we? Glad you're not dead.
You're looking pretty good too. You look a bit out of sorts. Actually, what's happening? Why are the doors blocked?
I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control.
So obviously you have a big introduction if you're not a mage, because he doesn't know who you are. But he knows you became a Grey Warden.
We were too complacent. First Jowan, now this. Don't think I've forgotten your role in Jowan's escape.
Oh god. You can be kind of petty about it. You can't still be annoyed about that. Oh god. That seems pretty small compared to the situation here.
True enough.
So what the heck happened, Gregor?
We don't know. We saw only demons, hunting Templars and mages alike. I realized we could not defeat them and told my men to flee.
Alright, well what's going on? What's the plan?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
You're gonna null the entire circle?
You assume that there will be any mages left to kill. This situation is dire. There is no alternative.
If we didn't get a chance to read it during the mage origin, basically annulment means we get to kill everyone in the circle that's deemed a threat. Typically it's for mages that go bad, but it can also just mean if there are any demons or abominations that need to be cleansed. Listen. I understand you gotta clear everything out, but there has to be another way.
If there was, do you not think I would have chosen it? There are only abominations left in this tower. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too...
Mages could, the first enchanter, other senior mages.
Nothing.
Look. If you're so sure... if you're so sure, why bother waiting?
Only the Grand Cleric in Denerim can authorize the annulment of the circle, and we must wait for reinforcements. If we enter the tower now, we will be massacred. I cannot order my men to their deaths. While the door holds, we wait. Denerim must have received our message. It cannot be much longer.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there's gotta be something I can do. I'm here now.
You? What can you do?
Let's see here. What are our options? I can find out what really happened. I won't stand by while abominations threaten for Eldon. It depends. What would you do for me? I could help you. People in there might need help. You can't abandon them. Yeah. For Ren, even though he didn't like being in the circle per se, this is still his pseudo home, and he has friends here. And he wouldn't want to abandon them. He would want to know what happened.
It is the innocent folk of Ferelden who matter. I would lay down my life and the life of any mage to protect them. No abomination must cross this threshold.
There's still a lot that it just hasn't been explained, man.
I too would like to know how this started.
Look, I'll go in, and take care of it.
You must face and slaughter the abominations to get to the bottom of this. Are you sure you can handle them?
Listen, I gotta try.
A word of caution. Once you cross that...
So we're stuck in here
there is no
until we fix the circle.
The great doors must remain barred.
Some of the other quests we can actually kind of leave partway through.
Until I have...
So this is a rarity among some of the major quest
I will
lines.
only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle...
So if the big Dumbledore guy survives and is cool,
lend you her courage.
then all right. But if not, then no. All right. So let's see here. All right, we got our characters. I can switch. Oh, I can't switch party members yet. I think once I go into that room, I can do it. Okay, so let's see. So we do have a person we can talk to for items.
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer.
You have supplies for sale?
Yes. Would you like to?
Let's trade. Did I get some? Didn't I get some trash? Oh, backpack. All right, let's see. On the Malachite. So these remarkable items are new for DLC. Basically, they're just gifts for Shale. Shale likes them a lot. All right, Venom. Studded leather. Oh, we have so much useful stuff. Let's get rid of this. No one's gonna wear this. No one's. That doesn't count towards the set bonus. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, now, ladies. Yeah. I want to see y'all on your baddest behavior. Let me some sugar. I am your neighbor. All right, so I've got to save the game. Let's see. I can still leave now. So this is the most recent save outside of the trigger there. So this is safe. So let's do this. I really want to get this because the only other way is through Banter. I think it's with another companion I can get the Mage Banter. I think that's how I usually get it, but I might as well pop it now.
Be on your guard.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the. Actually, before we even go through, hold on. Sorry, I gotta do this.
I have a thought.
A quest triggers with Morgan if she likes you enough and you're in here. What's on your mind?
We have an opportunity that I believe we should take advantage of. To the point. My mother was once divested of a particular grimoire by a most annoying Templar hunter. It occurred long before I was born, but even today, Flemeth speaks of the loss with great rage. With the circle of magi in such disarray, it occurs to me that this might be the perfect time to recover the tome from their possession.
Ah, I see.
For surely it
Morgan's personal quest is activated. What makes you think the mages would still have the book?
Flemeth is a sorceress of legend, is she not? And her grimoire would be more than a mere curiosity to mages that daren't even glance towards the places my mother has walked for eons. No doubt 'tis considered something dangerous, perhaps best locked away somewhere dark, yes? And if not, then at least I know it does not exist.
Alright, so Morgan's basically saying, listen, my mother's book, Grimoire, her collection of spells, was taken by Templars and Circle Mages one day. Most likely put here, as this is the depository for magical relics in the area. So if it's here, I'd like to have it. So what do you want with it exactly?
'Tis a book of spells, of the sort that Flemeth has dabbled with throughout her long life. Not the sort of thing that would benefit a mage such
right, Flemeth
as
mentioned
yourself,
this.
perhaps, for you were taught a different path.
She mentioned that we couldn't learn her magic. It would take years of learning the style.
Around the wards my mother would have placed on such a tome. I know the language that she would have written it in. I would find such a tome most useful.
Okay. Useful in what way?
Useful in the way that it might increase my power. Useful in the way that I would become more useful to you. Does that not follow?
Okay. Alright, I'll keep an eye for it.
Good. I am most interested to see its contents, should it be located.
You got it,
The
girl.
grimoire is leather-bound and adorned with the symbol of a leafless tree, should you come across it. If not, however, then I shall simply put it out of my mind.
Interesting. Great. And she liked that. She liked that we're helping her. Let's all stand over here for a big save, because we just had a big conversation about Morgan. We're also going to throw Morgan out of the party as soon as we can, because if you're going down the path of trying to save the mages in the circle, Morgan is not a big fan of that. Yes, she doesn't like Templars, but she would rather see the mages get their comeuppance for not rebelling. It's a very weird stance to take, but she's taking it all the same. So let's go.